Okay, I have a special show coming up that I want to let you know about. It's the 300th episode recording for the Legacy Music Hour, the other podcast that I do. Now, it is a podcast about video game music, and maybe you're not into that, but I don't think that really matters. I think you might have fun going to this anyway. It's basically a listening party for video game music. And and all the music is from the 80s and the early to mid 90s, and we play tracks and we talk about them, and sometimes we joke around, and so you might get some comedic value out of it, but it's more about the music. If you're interested in checking it out, it's going to be at the Dynasty Typewriter in Los Angeles at 3 p.m. In the afternoon on August 29th. And it's going to be a little bit of an event. We're going to do the recording, then we're going to get something to eat, then we're going to go to the family arcade and play some games afterwards, and we're going to make a whole day of it. So if that sounds like that's something you'd be interested in, just go on the internet and look for Dynasty Typewriter and look for August 29th and find the Legacy Music Hour 300th episode recording, and maybe we'll see you there. Welcome to the Brent Weinbach podcast. My name is Brent Weinbach, and my guest this week is professional poker player TJ Scholberg. Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for joining me and us. And this is your full-time job, and I'm really interested in that because, you must be a skilled player to live off of poker.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to feel like I'm of interest. Poker. The adage that's been around for a long time is that it's a very hard way to make an easy living.
Yes, that makes sense. And and is it as hard? And is the living easy?
It all depends. I think for me, I have known for a long time that I'm not somebody that's going to do well working for somebody. Mm-hmm. So being able to work for myself and play a game for a living is, really exciting. It ignites joy in me, and it's just something I really appreciate. But it comes with a lot of swings, a lot of volatility, tremendous amount of stress, and a lot of just challenges that you don't face in other lines of work.
Well, okay, I'm curious about your beginnings, but before that, I guess one of the top questions I have for you is about being read or making it so that you can't be read. That's a big part of the game, right? Is that you? I guess here's the thing. The goal is you don't want people to be able to read you, right? That's one. But do you also want people to misread you?
Well, I'll preface this by saying that like live tells and reads and things like that are much less a part of poker than Hollywood would want you to know.
Okay.
That's not sexy, but it's the truth. But it is an element, and I think that I definitely enjoy the acting component.
So you do try to throw people off.
Yeah, subtly. I find like if I am all in, if I'm all in on the river and I have it, I start telling myself, oh man, like I have a bluff, like this is so stressful. Like what would I look like if I was so stressed? Because you can't.
You want people going in on this.
Yeah. There's an element of being able to project a type of energy. I feel like that's how I approach it, because any reasonable poker player isn't gonna be, just do what you want, I'm all in, or the opposite. We're like,
right. You have to be subtle about it, obviously. I mean, but are you okay? Are there a lot of times when you're also just trying to be really stoic and just not give any sign of anything, or that doesn't concern you?
Yes. Especially when you're playing against good players, you want to be balanced in all your actions, both strategically and physically. You want, when you have a good hand, to look and feel the same as when you don't.
Do you have to train yourself to not be so easily read? Did you have to train yourself to not get too excited or not get too discouraged or not get too, whatever? Did you have to train yourself to be more sort of emotionless?
I think that emotional control is something we all kind of pick up throughout our lives.
Yes.
We're hopefully all have better control of our emotions as adults than we did as children.
Sure, but nothing particular to playing poker though for you.
No, I mean it's all part of it's all part of a larger practice. Definitely, my meditation practice comes so much into my poker game, and just the art of stillness.
Yeah.
In anything, it's relevant in life, and it's definitely relevant in poker.
Do people ever say when you're not playing poker that you're too still, or that I can't, or do they have trouble reading you when you're not playing? They do.
Definitely.
Was that always the case, or was it because is that something that started happening more after you started getting really into poker?
I think it's mostly always been the case.
Okay. So you're kind of born for poker in a way.
Yeah, in a number of ways, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I've always been a very emotional person, and
you've always been emotional.
But I think that I've had to learn how to control my emotions, how to stay balanced, stay stoic, not get overwhelmed.
Were you stoic as a child?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. And definitely not as a teenager. I was
even as a teenager.
Yeah, I was very angry teenager. I played tennis. So that was my my competitive outlet.
Did you throw fits on the court?
Poker. And yeah.
You threw fits?
Oh yeah.
On the court?
Big time.
You threw your racket down?
Oh
and stuff?
Yeah.
Really?
I broke. It was ages 15 and 16. I think I broke 4 rackets.
Really?
Yeah, and that was, I think when I broke the first one, my parents gave me a pass. Mm-hmm. But after the second one, it was like, okay, you have to, if you're going to do this, you have to pay for the next racket. And $100 when you're 15 is,
right.
Oof.
And
I really messed up.
By the 4th racket, you said, I need to put myself in check here. I need to meditate and become a rock. I need to become a statue.
Yeah. I think the greater realization, I think I meant maybe just a couple more years of maturity. I was a little better at it, but yeah.
Just out of curiosity, if you ever lose a big hand in poker and you don't have to contain your emotions anymore because, it's obvious, or maybe it's not, I don't know. But do you ever throw the cards down hard?
I mean, very little.
You don't express a lot of disappointment or
no.
Anger
it's impossible. It's impossible not to on like a micro level. But yeah, I can't think of I can think of one exact time when I had a bit of an outburst.
Oh, really?
There were a lot of other confounding variables going on in that situation.
What do you mean? And this was a poker game?
Sort of.
What do you mean?
It was a Fugazi poker game.
Wait, Fugazi?
Yeah.
Fugazi.
So,
Fugazi? Are we talking about the same thing here?
I think
it's Fugazi.
Yeah,
okay, the band Fugazi.
Oh
no,
I didn't know there was a band.
Okay, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I think
it was like a bullshit poker game.
Okay,
that's what I mean.
Okay, got it. Okay, yeah. I wonder if Fugazi is kind of the East Coast way of saying it in a way, and similar to you know how people say Mario on the East Coast.
Oh,
you know, they go Super Mario Brothers.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, they used to do that back in the 80s. They used to go, "Are you guys playing Super Mario Brothers?" They used to do that.
That's frightening.
They don't do that anymore. I think because, well, later games now say the name, so they know how to say Mario. But yeah, they used to back in the 80s. They're all going, "Hey, we're gonna play a little bit of Super Mario Brothers if you want to come around, you know," or something like that. Anyway, so maybe Fugazi was kind of the same thing. Hey, we're gonna watch Fugazi play at the. You know, at the gym. They're playing a special gym. They're gonna help us work out. Anyway, all right. So, okay. So it was a casual kind of fun game or whatever. It wasn't a real game.
It was a real game organized under poorly organized. So,
what do you mean poorly organized?
I'll try to make this as concise as I can. Basically, I had won a sponsorship at a local casino, and they decided to have a promotion called Beat the Pros, where they brought in Phil Hellmuth, one of the most known poker players of all time, and Jamie Gold, really nice guy, 2006 main event champion. He himself would tell you not an elite poker player.
Okay.
But the concept was that the 20 of us that were on the team would have qualifying flights, and then 7 or 8 of us would then qualify to play now a 10-handed sit and go, which is kind of like it's basically a mini tournament. With Gold and Hellmuth. And I think prizes for the first 3 spots in the sit and go, I think. So free roll. So, you don't have to buy in to you didn't have to buy into the initial heats. It was just, this is a promotion.
Okay.
But so I lost, didn't qualify in my heat, but we had other players. There was a tournament we were all playing that was going on concurrently. Oh. And we had people that had qualified that were still in the other tournament. So I saw an opportunity. And I also I liked the idea of playing with Gold and Hellmuth and being on the stage and stuff. I hadn't really done much live stream poker at the time. I've done a lot more since, so I've gotten to sort of fulfill that fun, what I thought would be fun, which is still it's pretty fun. But yeah, I was just excited to be a part of it, and I saw it as a good financial opportunity too, because I felt like I had a very good understanding of the format. A sit and go is a very specific format where you have to really tweak your play. It just doesn't function the same as regular poker. So I figured I'd have a good edge in this game too. So I offered my buddy Jay, I don't remember how much money I gave him, but I gave him a very reasonable amount of money. I just said, I'll buy you out. I'll buy your seat from you, because he was still in the tournament, and he instantly accepted.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, great, I'm in. We start the game, and there's 10 of us, because we had 8 qualifiers and then Gold and Hellmuth. And we play a few hands. I managed to get into an argument with Phil Hellmuth immediately, which was amazing. He's known for being like a hothead and like getting...
And not being stoic.
No.
Okay. Dang. I would think a pro player would be the master of control,
Phil Hellmuth's a special guy.
Okay.
And he's made a whole career and a whole legacy out of being the poker brat.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was worth a laugh. It's not really relevant.
What
to
was
the
it
rest
about?
Of it. Okay. A card gets dealt to me, and it flies. It flies like this. If you're just listening to the podcast, it tilts up in a way that it seems pretty clear to me that somebody could have seen my card.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't like land face up.
Yeah.
So I just go, the standard procedure when a card is exposed is you just expose the card and you throw it back to the dealer.
Yeah.
So I look around, I was like, that flashed, right? And nobody says anything, but I'm like, this obviously flashed. I throw it back to the dealer. It's an ace.
And by flash you mean the card revealed its breasts briefly, right? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, carry on.
Yes.
No, wait. So you reveal the card?
So I just turn the card over. It's an ace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So obviously this is to my disadvantage. I would have no reason. That's the best card you can have. I would have no reason to do this on purpose.
Yeah.
If it's a deuce, it might be a bad look.
Of course.
But it's an ace. Obviously I haven't done this on purpose.
Right.
Hellmuth explodes.
Really?
He goes, you can't just make up the rules. Like, oh, I've had enough of this. You can't just, that's not the rule. Like, somebody has to say, like, I saw that card. I'm like, Phil, obviously I'm not angling. It's an ace.
Yeah. You said that?
Yes.
Yo, it's an ace. You say, look at it. It's an ace. You think I want to give this card up? What does he say?
I just can't deal with you anymore. I've had enough. And he puts his headphones on. We're we're being recorded, somewhere where he's supposed to be providing entertainment value in exchange for this free roll.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, he decides to just put headphones on. Standard Phil Hellmuth behavior, really. But that was very amusing. Not particularly relevant to the rest of the story. Maybe relevant to the mental state I was in.
Yeah.
But anyway, after that happens, the staff stops the game and tells us, sorry guys, we didn't realize we can't actually start the stream 10-handed because we only have 9 card scanners. Pardon me, I have a hair in my mouth.
Oh, that's all right.
It's tough to talk with a hair in your mouth.
Well, it's all this, I don't know, all this talk about Hellmuth, it just makes things get kind of hairy. It's a hairy situation with Hellmuth, and, I don't know, hairs just start sprouting out all over the place,
Anywho, they say we can't start the stream with 10 people, and we have to have Gold and Hellmuth in. So we need the 8 of you. We're going to basically turn the cameras off. We need the 8 of you to just play down to 7, and then we're going to reset everything. So we're effectively now playing what's called a satellite tournament where, a certain number of people, you just have to survive.
Yeah.
To just eliminate one person.
Yeah.
So should be very easy. You basically you just fold the whole way and you're in.
Oh yeah.
Because somebody's not going to realize that and is going to punt it off.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I had a pretty clear path to doing that. But I also sort of had this thought like, okay, well, other people are going to be thinking that too. So I should, I might have to go all in once. Just to make sure that I can get through. I get a little bit short. I've paid the blinds, etc. And I think I was like one of 3 people that their stacks have been about halved. Probably pretty likely I still could have folded my way in, but I was like, okay, I had a reasonable opportunity. I can't remember what my cards were. They weren't very good. But I was like, okay, this is a really good opportunity. I can just go all in here, and these 2 or 3 guys behind me just should fold. They have no reason to really call me.
Mm-hmm.
I get called I remember Ray had King Queen offsuit, and I was just I bust, and I was just furious with the whole situation.
You said this is just a bunch of fugazi. I'm out of here. Go ahead, Hellmuth. Keep your ace, or whatever. I don't know.
Exactly. I was furious mostly at myself for not having the self-control to just fold again. But also furious with the situation, how, I had tried so hard to get into this just because I really wanted the experience. So by buying out Jay, and then I get in, and I'm like, I'm in, and then they say, okay, no, one person has to be eliminated. They basically change the rules to the game.
Yeah. So how did you express yourself when that happened? Did you say some bad words?
I think I screamed an F-bomb for the entire Commerce Casino to hear.
This is at Commerce.
Yes.
That's funny because my friend's been getting into poker lately, and he goes there a lot.
Yeah, there's.
I guess because it's the closest one.
There's always a game. There's always a game at the Commerce Casino, the largest poker room in the world.
So oh, it is.
I believe in the West. Definitely in the Western Hemisphere. There might be some bigger ones in Macau.
It's the best in the West. Best of the West.
It's the biggest, that's for sure.
Okay, yeah. So it's the biggest of the West. That's how you rhyme it. If you wanted to rhyme it, I mean, kind of, So you said the F word, and by the way, you're allowed to say the F word. I
threw my. We all had our team jackets on, and I threw my jacket. I remember. And it was terribly embarrassing, and they threatened to kick me off the team, and I was just like.
Did it feel like a return to sort of your youth, back in tennis,
Yeah, a little bit.
Think, oh wow, I'm young again. I'm a teen again, or something.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly felt very immature in that moment, and that I'd done something, very just silly and reactive. I think it being.
But from that experience, you probably thought, I'm not going to let myself do that again or something in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like one explosion can kind of lead to you never exploding ever again.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not calling that an explosion. I wasn't there. I don't know how big maybe it was a small,
minor eruption.
Yeah, minor eruption.
The volcano siren goes off, but then everybody's
just a little bit of lava came.
It's fine.
It was just a couple spurts of lava, not a huge, not a huge gusher, or whatever. So okay, so people do say you're hard to read outside of poker.
Yes,
and. I mean, does that ever cause relationship issues?
I think I communicate much more in terms of, okay, my thoughts are exactly this, and this. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
So I think
Okay, you're very
logical.
Logical, yeah. Okay, grounded.
Most of the time, yeah.
Okay. So okay, you don't have trouble. It just when it comes to you, if you're being quiet or something, someone might not know what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Got it. And is your family like this too?
I would say for the most part, the men in my family are very much like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Ladies a bit more expressive.
Are you okay? So when did you start playing poker?
My dad taught me how to play 5-card draw and 7-card stud when I was probably 5 or 6.
When you're 5 and 6 years old, are you cheating a lot? Because I just feel like
I don't think so. I find like I love games so much that I have always had a feeling that I'm going to figure out a way to win this honestly and by the rules.
Yeah.
And if I win by circumventing the rules, I don't feel like I've won. Now, will I make up a game where I know all the rules and maybe change the rules to be in my favor? Maybe.
Sure. But when it comes to a game that you're playing and you agree to play, if you're cheating, you're not cheating really as much the other players as you're cheating yourself for the fulfillment of playing the actual game, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and especially as a gambler, you're only as good as your reputation. So I think anybody that is actually, anybody would be foolish to try and cheat at poker.
Are
honestly.
There a lot of cheaters in professional poker?
So there have been, it's always it's like the New York City subway system, right? The cheaters are always going to be ahead of the system. There's always a new thing that you've got to watch out for, whether it's collusion or technology. The latest thing that we've all been kind of on the lookout for is microscopic cameras in people's phones. So a big development in the game in the last just 2 years really has been that you are not allowed to put your phone on the felt, because there was a large ring of people, some of whom I personally encountered. It's a major incident that some people I know encountered and lost tens of thousands, if not more, to these people.
Wow.
But yeah, they basically had microscopic cameras on their phones. You'd lay the phone flat on the felt.
Yeah.
So when the dealer is pitching, because there's some distance between the cards and the felt,
Yeah.
that camera would be able to see the cards.
Yeah.
They also have an earpiece in that's, in some cases, in the cases of the very successful cheaters, was so small that you would have to use a magnet to take it out.
Oh, wow.
And supposedly that's how they were being relayed, the cards.
I wonder if those ever got lost in people's ears. When they're trying to get it out, or if they just made a mistake and it's just stuck in their
I
ear.
hope so.
Yeah, right. Did you never, and you did play with some of these cheaters?
I personally encountered only once where there was a guy that was doing something very similar to this. He was being really obvious about it, though. He had a big, phone type of earpiece in, and wasn't talking to anybody.
How's that even allowed? The having that in there, an obvious one.
Yeah, in a lot of poker games, the recreational players will get away with stuff. You'll often, if there's a recreational player in the game and he's talking to his buddy on the phone, or he's got to take a business meeting.
Well, actually,
it's not an issue if he's talking on the phone.
But that just brings to mind how when you said Helmuth, he had the headphones on, right, when he listened to music. How's that allowed?
Oh, I mean, headphones. Yeah, headphones have been allowed at a poker table as long as poker itself has existed. It's just the combination with the phone on the felt that was a major concern.
Wouldn't that? Okay, I get. Yeah, I understand that. Do you listen to music when you're playing?
Very rarely. I used to do it more often.
And why do you do it? To just focus yourself, or what? Tune other people out, or what? I mean, you want to be aware of the other people, though. I mean.
You do, but I'd say...
Does it just pump you up? Does it make you feel cinematic for you? Does it make you feel like it is a Hollywood kind of thing where you're trying to, I don't know, just do something special?
I think there's that for some people. I think for other people, it's noise reduction, because casinos can be very loud environments. So noise canceling headphones, or like big over-ear headphones, will just tune out the noise overall. It can just help curate your vibe, bring up whatever emotion you're trying to cultivate. For a while, really, actually, the most recently that I was playing with headphones in, I would have binaural beats in, different frequencies that are supposed to
say what?
Is that the word binaural? I think that's the word.
I guess I understand what you mean. You mean there's some sort of syncopated beat that does something to your brain?
Yeah,
it makes you focus better?
There are two different versions of it. There are ones that are just like a certain hertz frequency that's supposed to stimulate a certain mental state, and the more advanced ones are actually playing two different things in each ear, and that's also supposed to.
So you do that? Do you think it worked?
I definitely enjoyed. It was the 394 hertz, I think, was the most recent one that I was using, and yeah, I enjoyed it. But
what do you mean you enjoyed it? What did it do to you?
I just found it very relaxing.
Oh, okay, it just relaxes you.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
What does it sound like? What really? Wow, that's it. So they're just playing some just waveform or whatever. They're just playing kind of white noise in a way or something.
Yeah, white noise. White noise is a good comparison.
You don't listen to music much.
Not recently. When I was first grinding 2-5 at the Encore in Boston, I definitely listened to music more. But
what were you listening to? Smooth jazz? No. You were listening to what? Movie music?
No, I would. Yeah, I feel like at the table, I would generally speaking, when I'm trying to focus, I aim for something like chill and without lyrics. So I love heavy metal. I'm a huge.
I thought you were
going to
say something like instrumental trip hop or something like that.
Oh, instrumental trip hop is amazing for playing poker.
Okay. Well, you said
shout out to Sandor. We played a lot of Massive Attack and Portishead at the game I was. We played that. We had like a big speaker and we would play that. That was really nice. Trip hop's amazing.
Well,
for poker
that's what came to mind when you said chill. But the did you say heavy metal though?
I'm a huge metalhead, but
down-tempo metal.
That sounds challenging.
Yeah, well, it's a new. I don't know. Maybe it's something that you've delved into.
Does this exist, or is this something?
I mean, I think
up?
Probably anything exists. You know what I mean? If you can think of it, probably someone else has thought of it.
Rule 34, right?
Yeah. What's Rule 34?
This would be a different version of it, but Rule 34 is if it's a thing, there's porn of it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah, there is probably. Yeah.
I think you could say that.
It's also kind of like Murphy's
too.
Law in a way. It's whatever bad thing can happen will happen. So down-tempo metal will happen. No, I'm just kidding. Not that it's a bad thing, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe it sounds cool. I've never heard it before. But okay, you listen to metal though.
Yes, I love it.
And I mean, what I mean is you listen to metal when you were playing.
So that's a genre normally. Like if I need a real like a little 20-minute hype up maybe, but typically metal is something that I'll save for when I'm in the car or when I'm doing the dishes and not when I'm trying to think and focus.
Oh, okay, got it. And so okay, how did you get into? When did you start playing with money? It was the summer, I want to say the summer of 20. I can never remember if it was 20. Well, okay. Technically, this wasn't for money. But what started my career is at my university, there was a frat that hosted a charity poker tournament where it was a $10 buy-in and first place. The first year I don't remember what the prize was. I think it was something similar. The second year the prize was a PS3. Good, big ticket gaming console in 2011. Mm-hmm. I played it my freshman year, and I got like 6th or something, and got a T-shirt, and was like disappointed, but like, oh yeah, I did okay. I thought myself, okay, I no eruptions.
I do have no incidents, incident free. Yeah. I came back and played my sophomore year. I won the tournament. I won the PS3.
Yeah. That was your first time doing something a little more serious, kind of.
I mean, yeah, hardly serious.
But by the way, before this, did you have a natural, I don't know, talent for poker? I mean, say in high school.
Absolutely.
Or what? You did. So you were winning a lot, and you weren't playing for money in high school with friends or anything?
No, I wasn't really playing at all in high school. I got really, really into Rock Band, the video game, in high school. Oh. So that took over as my competitive outlet. Ages 16 to 20 or so, and then poker came back into my life.
But okay, even before college though, you were winning a lot of poker games with people?
I hardly was playing with other people.
Where were you playing online?
I loved the early poker video games. Oh. The AI in those was absolute trash. Mm-hmm. So it was very encouraging.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, I had one called World Championship Poker, and then the World Series of Poker video game. These probably both came out in like 2004. I played them on my original Xbox.
I
played a fair bit of them.
I used to play Vegas Stakes on Super Nintendo.
Nice.
Vegas Stakes, that one's pretty good. I thought I liked it. But there was a way to cheat the system, though. Because you can save your game. So.
Oh yeah.
If you can save your game, then forget about it.
The World Series of Poker game, same thing.
Yeah.
You just say every time you double up in the main event, you save your game, and if you bust, you just
go back.
Until you win the main event.
Exactly. Yeah. So all right. So you're noticing you're kind of good at these video games or whatever, but then, you obviously in college or whatever, we're starting to really feel like, oh, you're good at this. How do you know? How do you know that you're good at it? I mean, I guess what I mean is it's more than just luck, obviously, right? I mean, luck is obviously a big component, but there's also a lot of decision making that you need to be either experienced about, or you just have to be good at, I don't know, understanding a situation, surveying a situation or something, thinking about cards that you have and what they could probably have, and what's out on the table and stuff, right?
Now, if you want to talk about blockers, let me tell you, the kids these days love their blockers.
What's blocker?
So a variant on sort of what you're describing is taking the cards that are in your hand and not just, okay, what poker hand does my, King of Hearts, 10 of Diamonds make? It's thinking, okay, when I have King of Hearts, 10 of Diamonds, what combos or what chunks of my opponent's range, what parts of their total overall holdings are eliminated by me having those hands?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, that is a factor, but that's not memorizing. That's just those are the cards that are in your hand.
I guess just thinking of calculating. I guess. Well, let me ask you this: And by the way, do you do that kind of stuff? Are you doing calculations?
Oh yeah. Like back to my original point about poker not being nearly as much about reading people. I would say 90% of it is strategic maneuvering, understanding your strategy, understanding the strategy of your opponent, and constantly kind of recalculating the best strategy to implement. And
you say you're rarely ever trying to pick up on a tick or something that somebody might have. Oh, I'm noticing a pattern here that this guy is, whatever. He scratches his nose or something every time he's bluffing or whatever, or something like that, right? That's never happening, probably, right?
I mean, I think there are things that you subconsciously pick up on. So I try to stay as, in tuned and in the moment as I can, because you can sometimes pick up things, sometimes just pick up an overall feeling. Picking up people's emotional states is something really important. That happens more like in between hands, just seeing how somebody's demeanor is, like how if you expect them to play more aggressively or more conservatively in the next hand.
Has that ever helped you win a game? But being able to pick up on somebody's behavioral patterns.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would love to think of an example. The only example that's coming to mind now made me lose a lot of money.
Oh, really?
But it was just last weekend I played with a guy that was looked very angry. Like he was, tilt is the word we use in poker. He looked like he was seriously on rage tilt. And
do you say he looks tilt or he looks tilted?
Tilted. He looked tilted.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I re-raised before the flop and then called his all-in with a hand that probably shouldn't do that and lost to a better hand.
Because you thought he didn't have something good.
I thought he was on rage tilt.
Uh-huh.
Which he may have still been on rage tilt. We don't know.
But
because
this
time he just
good.
had a good hand.
He did, okay. I mean, okay, and by the way, in order to win, you have to bluff. I mean, if you want to be at a professional level, you have to be bluffing.
Yeah. In anybody could show up at a poker game and not bluff. And people will assume you're bluffing, but if you play for any amount of time with anybody, they will quickly realize that you are not bluffing and you will not get paid off anymore.
Are you okay? So do you ever do you feel like you're a good liar?
I used to think that I was, but my results in these live reality Survivor games I've been playing recently would tell me otherwise.
You don't. But I mean, I feel like, I don't know, bluffing. You're lying basically, right? I mean,
I think it's
kinda.
very different actually, because I think that bluffing when I'm bluffing, I'm not thinking I am pretending to have anything other than that I have. I mean, you kind of are, and it's important to make sure your line, which is the actions you've taken in the hand, make sure that your line adds up to what somebody would do with a value hand. But I'm just thinking in terms of, okay, what is my overall range, my overall bucket of hands have? What do those want to do in this situation, and act accordingly. So I think it feels very different than telling somebody they're not getting voted out when they are.
Right. Okay. So that's funny. You had to do that.
Yes.
So okay. So TJ was also on a reality show, I guess, right? I only heard briefly about this, but it was a reality TV show.
Yeah.
And it was kind of what was it called?
Yeah. So this one specifically was called The Dinner Party. Similar format to The Circle.
And it had
coming to you this fall.
Okay. Oh, so it hasn't come out yet.
Hasn't come out yet.
Okay, but there's alliances. It's kind of like diplomacy or something, like board game diplomacy.
Yeah, definitely.
There's alliances. And then there's throwing people under the rug or whatever.
Yeah,
Stuff like
Big
that.
Brother, Survivor, The Circle, etc.
Yeah, I think to be honest, I've never actually seen any of those shows, but I've played diplomacy.
Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty similar. I've never played diplomacy, but I'm a little bit familiar.
It's this board game, and it goes really long. It's a 12-hour game usually or something, and it's there's no luck in it at all. But it's all making deals and I don't know, or breaking deals, and whatever stuff like that. It's making and breaking deals, and also sometimes breaking hearts too. Unfortunately, I don't. That's not how I play. But anyway, yeah, there's some lying involved and alliances and things like that or whatever. But anyway, okay. So you were on that. Did you feel like you took any of your? Was there any poker experience that came out in how you played that? The reality show?
Yeah, without a question. I think playing a game for a living just gives you a sense of how games are played. That you're going to come in with one strategy, but your strategy also needs to be adaptable depending on who the other players in the game are. Depending on what the conditions of the game are. So I play a game that's very static. The rules of poker are the same every hand. Pretty much every hand's the same.
Yeah.
Whereas on a reality show, for example, the rules of each round might be different. So you have to adapt to that. But yeah, I think the social dynamics are certainly a lot more than they are at a poker table.
Yeah.
And but the concept of balance, of wanting to come off the same way when you're telling the truth or when you have value versus when you're lying or bluffing, that's certainly relevant.
And this all kind of comes back into you do meditation, and there's a balance thing going on there with that and everything. Yeah.
Yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
It's all we have in this world is trying to balance all the chaotic forces of the universe that are around us.
That's your kind of main approach to playing games, is balance. And life probably too. And do you think life is a game? You are a game person, right? Obviously you're a game person, when it comes to poker. But do you like other games too? Are you a game?
Oh, absolutely.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just like games,
yeah.
and do you like finding games and things?
Yeah. I've loved games and sports since I was a kid.
Do you think of life as a game, and aspects of life as a game?
I think you certainly could choose to look at life as a game. I think the comparison to a long life as just a long form RPG where you get to choose which stats you want to max out. You get to choose what quests to go on.
You can choose your armor
pretty
too.
Good analogy. Yeah, indeed. I'm very happy with the armor that I've chosen.
There's a reflective quality to your sweatshirt. Yeah,
I think I get a lot of stat points with this. A lot of comfort.
So do you think being a pro game player has made you a better life player? If life is a game?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And how?
I think that the best thing about poker, or really, I think anybody that works for themselves has a similar experience, but poker just holds up a mirror so quickly and immediately to your own bullshit.
Really?
If you have blockages in your life, they're going to get shown to you immediately. And I think it's important to understand how you are as a person and how that comes into how you play poker and how others relate to you and maybe how others play against you sometimes. And I think there are infinite life lessons to be derived from a life in poker.
That's interesting. I know what you mean because I got really into board games at a certain point in my life, and one thing I really liked about the board games I was playing was how much I would get to know people through the way that they played and how I played and stuff, and the way that and the decisions I was making definitely felt like a reflection of the way I sort of decide bigger, more important things in my life or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, no, there is a lot to learn, I think, from playing games and especially with other people, and especially getting to know friends. Playing games with friends, I feel like I developed really close friendships with people I was playing games with because of just understanding the way they were thinking and the way I don't know, and in the context of how I was thinking. And anyway, I get that. Yeah. I want to ask you a lot more about that. I think we should maybe wrap up this main episode and go to the extended portion of the episode, if that sounds good. I kind of want to, maybe before we do that, I'm just curious, can you give me one little example of playing a poker game, or how poker, I guess one specific example of it kind of helping reflect onto you things about your life or whatever, something more specific. Or a specific game where you thought that maybe had such a profound effect on you that it transferred over to something beyond the game.
It's a very good question.
I don't know. If there's nothing that comes to mind, I know it's hard to think. Well, actually, I could think of something when it comes to board games, I guess, when I think about it. But go on.
I think an easy one is just being calm under pressure. Most people don't have to make decisions, worth significant percentages of their net worth in, 10 minutes or less.
Yeah.
And when you have to do that, you're forced to have a lot of self-trust, and you're also forced to learn to take care of yourself when you're wrong and understand that you don't always have to be right. I've always been somebody that prides myself in being right and having the right ideas and, being able to execute on a high level, but nobody is right all the time. So it's a poker is a pressure cooker, as I'm sure a lot of performance art is as well. And yeah, it just teaches you to trust yourself.
Well, look, we're going to thank you for that answer. And we're going to go further with TJ in the extended. If you want to join us, you can go to patreon.com/poundcast, POUNDCAST. And you also get the episodes a couple days earlier than the normal episodes there. If you listen to this on audio and you want to watch it on video, you can go to youtube.com/@Brent Weinbach podcast. And TJ, is there anything that you want to promote or push or anything? I mean, do you want people to? I mean, is it? Yeah.
If you've ever wanted to play Survivor, shoot me a DM. The LRG or live reality game community is something that has become very near and dear to my heart. Yet another way to have fun playing games, getting out there. So Surviving Maine, Survivor Branford, Survivor Great Lakes, backyard games. These are all amazing experiences that I've been grateful to have. And I hope for others to have the same thing. And if you're looking to learn how to play poker, also hit me up. I might be your guy, or I might be able to point you in the right direction. Otherwise, it's another old saying about poker is that it takes 5 minutes to learn and a lifetime to master. So if you'd like to take that 5 minutes, or if it's just another step on your lifetime journey of mastering poker, that's something that I would love to hear from you about.
Okay, that's a very generous offer. And what would be, so people know, what would be your where can people direct message you?
Instagram at Master Nobody.
Master Nobody.
Yeah.
And well, look, okay, that's where you can find you and get a hold of you if you're interested in any of the stuff you mentioned. And I just want to thank the Improv Comedy Club and the Improv Studios for hosting us here today.
Thank you for the granola bar.
Oh, and yeah, thank you, Improv, for the granola bar for TJ. And once again, I want to thank TJ Scholberg for joining me today, and we're going to get into it more with him in just a bit. And thank you to you all. My name is Brent Weinbach. It's the Brent Weinbach Podcast. See you next time.
Thank you, Brent.